Brooksy. Hi, I'm from the Brighton Feminist Collective, and I'm just going to talk to you for a couple of minutes about why we have Reclaim the Night tonight and why it is so important that this event went ahead. It was a long time coming and a long time planning, but we're really happy that it happened and it was such a big success. So can we have a little cheer and a big round of applause first of all? So we march tonight because we still have to. We march together as feminists because we have a struggle to win. And it is not an option to stand by and do nothing. We have marched tonight for all those who have paved the way before us and all those who can't be here. For the 2 women a week murdered by violent partners. For the 1 in 4 women who are raped. We marched because we know, in all of our diversity, what it is to live with the real threat of sexist violence. Some of us live with it in our workplace. Some of us live with it when we walk home at night. And some of us live with it in our homes. It is a shame on our society that in 1 week, 30,000 women will experience violence from a partner. 10,000 women will be sexually assaulted. 2,000 women will be raped. And all this with a rape conviction rate which stands at one of the lowest in Europe at 6%. And people tell me every single day that we don't need feminism. People tell me that they aren't feminists. And people tell me that feminism is outdated, that I should just stop being so uptight. To anyone who doubts the need for a strong feminist movement, I say look at those statistics. This is not just small scale. Violence against women is at pandemic proportions. And we live in a society that is in backlash. A backlash against the successes that feminism has made. Successes that our sisters before us fought for, and successes that now we take for granted, but were never, ever given to us. All the gains we have made, the right to vote, the right to equal pay, the right to a safe and legal abortion, all these rights have been secured against the odds. And it is these small gains that have fooled many into thinking that we have it all. But we still fight for our most basic of freedoms. We see ourselves objectified on billboards and in magazines and in the media. We see ourselves told where we should go and where we shouldn't go in order to avoid harassment. We see our right to choose what we wear, who we sleep with, and how often up for debate. We see our politicians like Mr. George Galloway and Mr. Tony Benn, who we thought were on our side, telling us that rape isn't really rape. We see our right to choose what happens to our own bodies constantly under attack. And we see our government's disgusting austerity agenda hitting women the hardest. We see savage cuts closing down our rape crisis centres and refuges, and we see groups like Abort 67 harassing and intimidating women on our streets and on our campuses. Is this the price we have to pay for relatively small gains in employment, for closing the pay gap by a tiny fraction, for clinging onto the very basic and restricted rights that we have to abortion, for being seen in positions of power, for daring to take up public space? Well, we never ever agreed to this trade-off, and we will not sacrifice our most basic rights to any backlash. We will never give in to sexists, to anti-choicers, to rape apologists, or to our government's disgraceful attacks on women. Because what we are involved in, what feminism is a liberation struggle, and that means we don't stop until we get there. It means that we will reclaim our movement from those who want to package it up and sell it to us, telling us that we have been liberated. It means we include every single type of person in our struggle. It means we include trans women and sex workers and black women and disabled women and working class women, because without these people, we will never, ever win. We are building are building a strong and diverse feminist movement here in Brighton, and I urge every single one of you here tonight to join us. By marching tonight, we stood up against those who would silence us, who tell us to stay at home, where, by the way, we are most at risk. We have said tonight that we know that it is always safer to resist, and we will continue resisting until the job is done. So, to those who think that feminism has been and gone, I would say think again. To those who are drawing the battle lines against us here in Brighton, I would say get ready for the fight of your lives. Because tonight, we have proved that we can make our voices heard. We can shut down the streets of Brighton. We can stop traffic, just as we will stop those who try to oppress us. We have proved that these are our streets, and we have the right to walk them and be safe. We have taken back the streets tonight, but it can't just be for one night. We have to reclaim every single day, reclaim our space, our bodies, our homes, and our workplaces. Tonight, we have felt what it is like to reclaim our space and know the power of our collective strength. And tomorrow, we take the power we have reclaimed tonight and we fight.